Pirates have made their way to the West Coast and to Dodger Stadium here at Chavez Ravine tonight. It is game one of a three-game weekend set with the National League West leading Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's take a look at the Central standings after the Cubs' 8-3 win over the Cardinals today. The Pirates 4.5 in back of St. Louis. The Cubs a game and a half behind the Pirates. Hi, good night, everybody. Along with Bob Walk, I'm Tim Neverett. Robbie Smikowski is with us, too. Before we get to the ball game, we look at our Allegheny Health Network injury update. Bob, Jung surgery last night after breaking his leg yesterday. A big loss for the Pirates.
Oh, it certainly is. I mean, he really came on this year and took a run, a really good, solid run at Rookie of the Year, but he means so much to us. He took over that middle of the lineup spot, hitting fifth or cleanup almost every night. I mean, as soon as you get to the ballpark, you look to see if Jung was in that lineup. Really an offensive force, and played a decent shortstop and an excellent third base for us. So he will be missed. Now, where do the Pirates go from here? We know Jordy Mercer can play short, Ramos Ramirez can play third, but how do they move on from here? Well, there is some depth, especially at third base. I mean, that's one place where you got a number of people that can play. Jay was a third baseman almost all of last year, had an all-star season there. And then, of course, Ramos Ramirez has had a borderline Hall of Fame career as a third baseman and still has a lot of gas in the tank. It really has done a great job for us to this point. So there is some depth, and, hopefully everybody will just, keep fighting forward and try to catch those Cardinals. Tonight, the Pirates trying to end a three-game losing streak and doing it against a tough customer. It's a tough test, as the Pirates will be facing the Major League's ERA leader and another Cy Young candidate. We'll take a look at the pitching matchup for game one next.
New. The weather beautiful today, warm, sunny. As we take you into Dodger Stadium, Jeff Locke getting set to make another start here. His second Major League start was here back in 2011. That does not have a win against the Dodgers yet. And looking for one here tonight. His last start against the Brewers, Bob, pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good one, and he obviously is going to have to be at his best tonight. And one of the things that we always see when he's pitching well is he has good command of everything, and that's going to be what we zero in on immediately tonight. Can he put all of his pitches, the fastball, the breaking pitch, and changeup, can he place them all where that glove is?
Our Barrel Automotive League leader stats centers around his opposition tonight, Zach Greinke. He is third in the National League in wins, first in ERA, first in opponent batting average, just allowing opponents to hit 190 off him, and first in walks and hits per innings pitched.
Yeah, it really has been an amazing season, obviously, for Greinke, and you can see why Locke has to be at his best. I mean, this year he really has no flaws, and doing a fantastic job with that slider of his.
Pirates swept the Dodgers earlier this year at PNC Park, looking for another win over them here at Dodger Stadium. Let's go back to Pittsburgh. Rob King has a game break.
It's now time for the awards that are decided before each and every game here at Dodger Stadium. In honor of Frank Sinatra night at Dodger Stadium, please welcome Frank Sinatra Jr. and Tommy Lasorda. Take it away, fellas.
It's time for Dodger baseball. Nobody will ever replace Vince Scully.
Get all crazy, right? So Johnny Roger, don't you even say a man.
Can't wait for Friday night on a Friday Night Rocks, coming to you from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Bob Walker, I'm Tim Neverett. And can't wait for the first pitch now. It's the Dodgers ready to go. Zach Greinke on the hill, facing Gregory Polanco to start things off. Greinke 17-3. And the first pitch of the game is fouled off for strike one. Greinke, 31 years of age, out of Apopka, Florida. And Gregory Polanco, .258 the average. 9 homers. Pirates trying to find a way to get to Zach Greinke. 1 ball and 1 strike. Greinke's ERA at 1.61 to lead Major League Baseball, but his ERA against the Pirates is 5.37. In 9 career starts, he's 5-3 against the Bucks. The Pirates have managed to hit him in the past. Greinke having one of his finest seasons. And Gregory, 46 runs batted in. Seems to do a real nice job on the road, especially as the leadoff hitter. Pops this one up. Shortstop Corey Seager will make the catch, and there's 1 out. We'll take a look at the Pirates lineup. It is brought to you by Toyota. Just saw Gregory Polanco hit. .270 average against right-handed pitchers this year. Marte will come up next. Then McCutchen, Ramirez, Walker, Alvarez, Mercer at short, Stewart doing the catching, and Jeff Locke pitching. Greinke gets the first out of the ball game. Marte, a .280 hitter, waiting to face him. Strike one. Sixteen home runs for Marte. And number 16 also important to Marte. He has 16 game-winning RBIs this year to lead the National League. Maybe that'll come into play later in the ball game. Greinke ready to go, and the 0-2 pitch. Still 0-2. Don Mattingly, the skipper of the Dodgers. Dodgers first place, 84-61. 7.5 games up on the Giants in the West. Old number called a fair ball, and Marte is out. That ball was picked up in the batter's box, but to the top corner of it. So A.J. Ellis picking it up in fair ground and throwing Marte out.
Center fielder number 22.
Yeah, I think Marte initially thinks this ball is going to go foul, so kind of waited. It was very soft, it looks like there. It didn't bounce much at all when he drove it right straight into the ground. It's like he hit in a sandbox.
2 outs, and here is Andrew. McCutchen had the day off yesterday against the Cubs after striking out 4 times the night before. Only 3 times in his career has he had a game in which he has struck out 4 times, and one of them was a 19-inning game in St. Louis. Rips this one down the left field line, and McCutchen rounding first. He'll head to second. McCutchen will pull in with a 2-out double.
Third baseman number 17, Ramos Ramirez.
Well, runner in scoring position with 2 men out after McCutchen wraps the double. What about the Rivers Casino tips to win tonight?
A good time to talk about the first one there, damage from Kutch. Kutch has hit Greinke well here in California, so hopefully that will continue tonight. Already has got a double out there, and late night energy. Really, it's 10-15 for these players right now, so they got to kind of push it a little bit and get away from that jet lag, tired feeling tonight. That first night game, when you go from the Eastern time zone to the Pacific time zone, it can get to you a little bit, because this is a very late game for the guys wearing the black tops.
What's the best way to get adjusted?
Well, you know, you'd say, well, sleep in as long as you can, but who does? What time did you get up this morning?
Oh,
at daylight.
Before 6.
Yeah, you can't. And so it's really tough to get that body clock adjusted in the very first day. You know, after a while, it'll be okay, but the first night is a little difficult. Got to fight that.
Ramos Ramirez with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Ramirez is 6 for 20 against Zach Greinke, 300 average against the Dodger right-hander. Catching off of second base, 2 out, 1-1. Now it's 1-2.
Ramos has done such a good job since coming to the Pirates with the RBI count. And hopefully he's got another good strong month of that left. Without Jung in there now, it's going to be tough to replace that middle of the lineup type hitter. And Ramos certainly can do that. He's been doing it his whole career.
2 is outside. Count is even. We would expect to see him hitting in the middle of the lineup the rest of the way. 15 games remaining, including this one tonight. Jordy Mercer, we would expect to see him in there the rest of the way. Obviously, with the injury to Jung being gone for the season, probably see a regular lineup now for the rest of the time. Most of the rest days perhaps done for the regulars. Full count to Ramirez. Right now you get into that period where you have to push to the end. Cubs right on the Pirates' heels with a win today over the Cardinals,
which is a good thing. I mean, that's who I hope everybody is still rooting for the Cardinals to lose. I'm not worried about the Cubs. If they catch us, that's shame on us. But you got to get some help. Got to get some people beating those Cardinals. That's still the goal of this, is to avoid that one game playoff and get into the series, the actual playoff series. That's what you want to do. I mean, I think everyone has kind of learned a lesson over the last couple of years about how tough that is when you get into the wild card. Nothing is guaranteed. Anything can happen in just one game. You need to avoid that at all costs. Keep those Cardinals losing. They don't seem to ever want to cooperate in that.
No. 3-2, ball 4. Ramirez is aboard.
Call them earlier in the year the Red Army.
Soviet Red Army team.
Never lose.
Yeah, they just don't lose. But they lost today.
Number 18, Neil Walker.
2 on and 2 out. Neil Walker, the batter. Walker's had a little success against Greinke in the past. Bucco fans everywhere. Neil has 4 home runs, 4 hits rather. 2 of his hits are home runs against Greinke. 4 hits total out of 21 at bats. And this ballpark can be tough to hit one out in at night. Ball doesn't carry as well at night here. Beautiful ballpark, Dodger Stadium.
It is. It is gorgeous. What a visionary the designers at this place as far as building the ideal baseball park.
Walker rips it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Walker. Defensively for the Dodgers, brought to you by Honda, Corey Seager, the rookie. Spent most of the year in the minor leagues. He'll be at shortstop. Justin Turner at third. Chase Utley is at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first. A.J. Ellis catching. Justin Ruggiano in left. Jock Peterson in center. Chris Heisey is in right. Walker now with 2 strikes on him. The Dodgers with some young talent. Got some older talent as well in Chase Utley, the former Philly. But Southern California is not unfamiliar ground to him. Out of UCLA, of course, Gonzalez out of the San Diego area, played for the Padres for a number of years, Red Sox, and now has been anchoring the lineup for the Dodgers for the last few years. Walker requests time and gets it. Clayton Kershaw will pitch tomorrow, the lefty, against Francisco Liriano. Kershaw also very good, 14-6, ERA just over 2. 1-2, a little tapper to the right side. Charging is Utley, and he will throw out Walker, and the Pirates will lead 2. They get 1 hit. So half inning in the books at Dodger Stadium. It's the Pirates nothing, and the Dodgers coming to bat. Casting when Harry Truman was president. He's still doing it.
Been an incredible career. I mean, there'll never ever be anything like it.
Announcing that next year will be his final season. Let's take a look at the Dodger lineup, written up by Don Mattingly. Justin Ruggiano leads off, then Utley, Turner, Gonzalez, A.J. Ellis the catcher, Corey Seager, 13 games since his call-up, 6 doubles and a home run. Chris Heisey out in right, Jock Peterson, the all-star rookie in center, and Zach Greinke, the pitcher, batting 9th against Pirates left-hander Jeff Locke.
Well, you see Jeff Locke's numbers on the season. He's been making all of his starts all year long. Very durable. Number 29 on the season now.
Jeff will get the sign from Stewart. First pitch to Justin Ruggiano. Ball 1.
Yeah, you look at all Jeff's numbers too. Nothing is really out of line. Nothing is outstanding, but just real solid numbers all up and down.
Ground ball into left, a base hit for Ruggiano.
But he is going to have to be maybe better than just solid in tonight's ball game. Going up against one of baseball's very top pitchers will be a challenge for him. Fastball wasn't in a little bad spot, maybe a little higher than he wanted it, but still got it to the inside corner. Or maybe a little lower than he wanted. Maybe he wanted that up a little bit for trying to jam him, try to get it something on his hands.
Chase Utley already saw him once this year with the Phillies. Out of UCLA. Pitch to Utley is in for a strike. You know, Jeff made his major league debut against the Marlins 6 days before he pitched out here for the first time. That was on the 16th of September 2011. And it was the very first time in his life he had been out of the Eastern time zone. Bouncer wide of first. His minor league career, he's always been in the Eastern time zone. He'd never been out west. And I remember having the discussion with him at PNC Park after his start with the Marlins as as we were getting ready on getaway day to go to Los Angeles. And he said, "I've never been out west." He goes, "I've never been in any other time zone." I said, "You're kidding."
AAA
with Indianapolis. And in the summer, they're in the East. And Utley is hit by a pitch. Two on, nobody out for the Dodgers.
Justin Turner.
Yeah, that one got him square. Was anything but a glancing blow. Pirates well up the list on hitting guys this year.
Hit a total of 70 opponent hitters now. Justin Turner, third baseman. Ball one to him. .289 for Turner. Reggiano at second, Utley at first, and that was a swinging strike. One ball and one strike to Turner.
The ball got right off the very end of the bat, kind of a cue shot. Locke took a lot off that pitch.
Yeah, Jeff came up with the Braves. They were all along the East Coast, the minor league system, then with the Pirates. And at the time, there were minor league teams all up and down the Eastern time zone. 1-1. And that one's down low. You know, when you go to another time zone for the very first time, it's 3 hours away. It can be a little different, your first experience with it. He had to pitch in a major league game.
Same thing tonight, 3 hours difference. Hope he was able to figure out a way to sleep a little longer. But, you know, these guys, they're waking up at 5:30 in the morning. It's 8:30 to them.
And on this road trip, it's a gradual progression going back. After Sunday, it's 1 hour difference to the Mountain Time Zone, and then after the 4-game series of the Rockies, it's another hour difference to the Central Time Zone in Chicago.
It's kind of like scuba diving, and now we're going to be going back to the surface.
You don't want to get the bends.
Got to go nice and slow. You don't want to don't pass your bubbles.
Yeah. Strike three called. Turner's out. One gone for the Dodgers in the first.
First baseman, number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
Pitch caught down inside corner. Chris Stewart with the acknowledgement of it. Rock getting his spot. Well, first strikeout for Jeff. Still 2 on, 1 out for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez has been tough against the Pirates, hitting .340 against Pittsburgh in his career, which ranks 6th among active players. Runners go. Stewart throws into left field. Reggiano will come home, and it's 1-0 Los Angeles on an error by Chris Stewart.
And there's 2 weak spots on this year's team right there in one play. Controlling the opposition running game. Our caught stealing numbers are very poor this year, just say that. And then, of course, everyone knows what the error total is. So when it comes to making some improvements on next year, those are 2 areas that certainly the Pirates have to look at: is defense and doing whatever it is they can do, whether it's getting the pitchers to get the ball to the plate faster, or whatever it is, holding runners closer to the base. Got to figure out a way to do that.
That is the 114th error for the Pirates this season. Infield in, halfway. With Utley the runner at third base, and Adrian Gonzalez with a 1-1 count. 1-2. Jeff Locke now down 1-0 early. Throwing error by his catcher. Trying for that inside corner and missed. Two ball, two strike count. That one's up 3-2 to Gonzalez. Three and two. Utley at third, one out. And Gonzalez rolls it to first base. Pedro grabs it, steps on the bag. Utley doesn't go anywhere. And there are two men out. Gonzalez grounds out, and now A.J. Ellis will come up next.
Obviously a huge job right there for the Pirates to be able to keep that runner at third base with that infield to the drawn in Pedro Alvarez.
A.J. Ellis, a .232 batter. Inside to him for ball one. Seager keeping close tabs on Jeff tonight. We have the pitching rotation. There's still 6 in the rotation currently. Hurdle a few days ago was adamant they will not be going with a 6-man rotation, but we do have the rotation all the way through the road trip through Sunday night in Chicago. 2-0 pitch. That one misses 3-0. Everybody's in there with the exception of Liriano being pushed a day.
Which technically keeps it a 5-man.
Technically.
It does.
3-0 to Ellis. 3-1. Liriano pitches tomorrow. Garrett Cole on Sunday. Cole back home in Southern California. 3-1. He's walked it. Second free pass of the inning. He hit Utley, and now Ellis walks.
The inning's a little shaky right now, but as long as you get out of this with just a 1 run, you're okay. You know, now you got your feet on the ground and you can get on some kind of a roll. The big thing right now, get this third out, minimize the damage. It's already been done, just 1 run.
Locke now will face the shortstop Corey Seager. Jimmy Rollins with a wrist injury is out. Seager getting extended time. 2 for 4 with an RBI single Wednesday night, his last time up. Strike one to Seager. He has 20 hits in his first 13 career games. That is second most for the Dodgers since 1958. Lee Lacy also had 20 in his first 13 games. Yasiel Puig 23. Strike 2 to Seager. But for the start of his big league career, he's off to a very good start. Very good beginning for Seager. A.J. Ellis, the runner at first. Chase Utley over at third base. 2 on, 2 out. Locke's 0-2 pitch.
Oh, pretty good pitch. Could have got that one called. Nice little borderline breaking ball at the knees.
And a comebacker. Jeff will toss it to first base and retires Seager. 1 run comes in. 1 hit and 1 error. At the end of 1, Dodgers have a 1-0 lead.
Brzezinski. Well, Zach Greinke's on the mound tonight. With him there, it's fitting to talk about some of the most impressive scoreless streaks we've seen in recent memory. Greinke in his last start threw 8 scoreless innings, and obviously is off to a good start here against the Buccos, which brings us to some of the longest streaks we have seen in Dodgers history in terms of scoreless streaks. Now, Greinke is quite impressive at 46.2, which he had earlier this season. Now, back in mid-June, the Pirates starters combined on an impressive run of 35 innings without allowing a run. Now, they're pretty good, but how about Orioles Hershiser? When you get a look at his 59 innings he went without surrendering a run. That was back in 1988. The streak began in late August, ended in his first start in 89. The Bulldog is now a TV analyst for the Dodgers, spent 13 of his 18 years in a Dodger uniform. And by the way, Tim and Bob, that streak by the Buccos was the longest the franchise had since 1972, but still, this is some impressive stuff when you look at Zach Greinke and what he has been able to do this season.
Oh, no doubt about that, Robbie. I mean, he has been one of the best in baseball this year. Very, very consistent. 1-0 pitch to Pedro. He fouls it off, and it's 1-1. Greinke winning the Cy Young Award 2009 in the American League with the Royals.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see which way the voters go this year, because there's a number of pretty good candidates.
Well, you got to look at Greinke. You got to look at Arrieta with the Cubs. See what Garrett Cole can do in his last couple of starts to get back in the mix. He had been mentioned predominantly throughout this season as a Cy Young candidate.
As of the All-Star game, probably one of the favorites.
2-1 is on a line to right. Looked like Heisey was having a problem with the lights for a moment, but he hung on.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of come in a little too far for a moment. That might get over his head. Ended up having to reach pretty high to track that one down.
Pirates saw a lot of Chris Heisey in the past with the Cincinnati Reds. Pedro's 0 for 1. Here's Jordy. Now maybe here at Dodger Stadium things will click for him in terms of the power game. His only 2 home runs this year have come in the Pacific time zone in San Francisco. Greinke gets ahead, 0-2. Jordy can certainly empathize with Jung after he was taken out earlier this year by Carlos Gomez, then of the Brewers. Jordy missed time but was able to come back, and his injury not nearly as serious as Jung Gun's. Clint said he did talk to Jung through his interpreter H.K. Kim today. So he is as comfortable as he can be at this time. Ground ball to the right side, and Utley smothers it and throws out Jordy.
Catcher number 19, Chris Stewart.
Good play by Utley to get Jordy out.
Yeah, the old guy's still got a little range in him.
Well, Utley certainly got traded up the standings, didn't he?
Philadelphia
to LA.
A little bit.
Way up. Chris Stewart takes a strike. Stu hitting .278. Takes one in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Not uncommon for the better older players to have that happen to them. Once or twice toward the end of their careers, they could move somewhere where teams looking for a little help to put them over the hill to try and win a division. So they go for some of the older guys that maybe have a little bit left that aren't over the hill.
Yeah, Utley struggled at the beginning of the year. He had been a doubles machine over his career with the Phillies, but the doubles weren't coming for a good part of the season for him. And a base hit for Stewart. 2-out single. Both Pirate hits tonight have come with 2 outs. Get on board with the Pirates for next season. The Pirates are now accepting deposits for full and partial season ticket memberships. Get access to exclusive events, the best locations and savings, and customizable memberships. Plus 2016 full and half season deposits. Receive 2015 postseason access. For more information, go to pirates.com/membership. Time to get on board. Jeff Locke takes the ball low. Pirates have the tying run aboard, 2 out. Locke 3 for 42 on the season. And Greinke from the stretch delivers 1-0, and that's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. .071 the average. Every so often, Jeff gets into one. There's 1 double this year. That was early in the year in Milwaukee. Jeff's playing baseball a long way from home right now. Conway, New Hampshire, in the exact opposite other corner of the country. And a bouncer to second. Utley will throw him out. And the Pirates leave a man. Through an inning and a half, Dodgers 1, Pirates nothing.
The devastating news yesterday is the loss of Jung for the rest of the season. 6 to 8 months is about how long he's going to miss. Jordy Mercer, was tough news on him, and he earlier today discussed his reaction to Jung's injury.
It stinks. It does. You know, not only for your teammates, you know, that you can't help them, you feel helpless to a certain extent, that you're just sitting on the sideline watching them play, and also it's something that you love to do. I mean, that's your job, and that's what you're kind of born to do, and that's kind of your getaway places on the baseball field, and for something to basically take that away from you and for a certain amount of time, you know, I feel for him. I do.
Here's the impact that Jung had on his teammates. When they landed yesterday at LAX, Tim and Bob, the guys picked up the phone, they put it on speaker and called Jung after his surgery just to see how he was doing. H.K. Kim, his interpreter, worked through everything with him, but the guys called him from the bus when they landed just to see what kind of spirits he was in. So obviously a devastating bit of information on the field with regard to his production, but also off the field. This guy meant a lot to his teammates.
Certainly an impact player, both in the clubhouse and definitely on the field. And his teammates and everybody around the Pirates wishes him a speedy recovery. Clint Hurdle said today that he got on the phone with some of the executives at Major League Baseball, made some calls, and Just had what he called a constructive conversation about the type of play that it is. And his words, he said, just wanted to plant a seed about safety on the field. So Jung Ho figures to be in the hospital for a few more days. His family is flying in from Korea to be with him. Pitch inside to Jock Peterson. And McCutcheon tweeting this: send our teammate Jung Ho Gung prayers. Heal up, friend. We got you.
Really a severe injury. Going to be a long road back.
2-1 pitch. Smack to left. Peterson with an opposite field single. 1 on and 1 out. Point Park University tweet. 1-1 for the Kipper. Get well soon, Jung Ho. Get well card. Well, there's a guy who made an incredible impact in a short amount of time. And large Korean population around Los Angeles. Of course, they all root for Hyunjin Ryu. But certainly a lot we're hoping to see Jung Ho Gung play. Greinke with a strike on him, trying to bunt Peterson over. 13 out of 62. 2 of those 13 hits left the ballpark. He's got 2 home runs. Peterson, an all-star, his first year in the big leagues. Had a big first half, but things have slowed for him in the second half. Greinke gets the bunt down. 2 men out. Sacrifice.
Very talented pitcher. He just made that look so simple and so easy. Put it down the correct direction. Excellent speed. Some guys can do everything out there. Greinke, one of those type of pitchers that helps in many, many ways.
Back to the top of the order, Justin Ruggiano. Ground ball wide to third. Dodgers with a first inning run. Ruggiano with a base hit. He scored the run. 5 of the last 7 games, 7 of the last 9. The Pirates have allowed a run in the first inning. .355 since coming over to the Dodgers. Well, 1 pitch. Jeff tried for that inside corner. When he's getting that inside corner, when he's putting the ball over the plate, painting against right-handed hitters, typically has a good night. Two and 1 to Ruggiano. Before coming to the Dodgers, Ruggiano was playing with Corey Seager's brother Kyle in Seattle. Smacked foul. A lot of hook on that.
A lot of distance, but nothing but a strike.
2-2 to Ruggiano.
Got up into that second level down there.
Yeah, that's a long way away. Down by the Dodger retired numbers. Runner at second. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a base hit to left. Marte coming up throwing. It's up the line. Down to second base, and now they get Ruggiano out there, but the run scores. An RBI base hit for Justin Ruggiano. He's 2 for 2 as Peterson comes across. And after 2 full at Dodger Stadium, it's a 2-0 lead for Los Angeles. Friday Night Rocks on Root Sports. Top of the 3rd inning and the top of the order up for the Pirates. Polanco taking a strike from Zach Greinke. Gregory popped out to the shortstop Seager to lead off the ball game. 0 for 1 tonight. Down the count 0-2. Justin Ruggiano so far has been a pain in the neck for the Pirates early going. 2 base hits, an RBI, stolen base, and a run scored. Been involved in the Dodger scoring. Ball and 2 strikes to Polanco. He'd like to get involved in the Pirates scoring.
Hey, you don't want to fall too far behind against that guy there. Do a little something yourself, put a run up somehow, and at least stay within a run of him.
Greinke's 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Jock Peterson at center field makes the catch. 1 out. 3rd inning. We're just in the top of the 3rd. Look at the traffic still coming in. Welcome to Southern California.
I had a nice taste of it just about all day today.
I know you were in the traffic for quite some time today.
I had to do a lot of driving around. From far to the north of the city to halfway to San Diego.
You spent
back to the ballpark.
4 hours?
About 4 hours in a car today.
Great way to spend the morning, huh?
Yeah. Well, I was awake.
You know, you wonder why people even have houses. They spend so much time in their cars here. Marte hit a little swinging bunt that was about 6 inches in front of the plate and to the right of it fair. It was picked up by A.J. Ellis. He threw him out first time up, and Seager throws him out this time. Marte is 0 for 2. So Corey Seager with the infield assist. Andrew McCutchen had a double in the first inning. Was left on base, but we go back the last time they were here, June 1st, 2014. 3 extra base hits and 3 at bats against Zach Greinke, including that bomb right there. And McCutchen has hit Greinke well in the past.
And on the strength of that game, I put him in the tips to win.
Sure. Well, why wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it's a good call.
Got to go with something. Looking at the success he had here last year against Greinke, he's my call. So far, he has been it.
Right into the glove of Chase Utley, who had him played up the middle. The Pirates gone in order in the third.
Is brought to you by Toyota. Toyota helps you get the most out of your drive. Just ask a friend who drives one. Toyota, let's go places. And by Barrel Automotive, we're driven to be better. Let's go Bucks.
2-0 Los Angeles. Bottom of the third inning on the UPMC scoreboard. Pillbox caps, black and gold, scattered around Dodger Stadium tonight. Chase Utley breaks his bat. Back there to get it in short center field is Jordy Mercer. 1 pitch and 1 out in the Dodger half of the third.
Yeah, nice pitch. You know, you were talking about that location before the fastball about the right-handers. That pitch proves it's important against lefties also to establish the fastball in. Here it is. Sawed him off.
Utley 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch first time up. Now Justin Turner struck out looking in the first. Turner will take strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. The Pirates have been dominant against the West, 21-5 against the National League West this year, 8-2 on the road. They've won 6 straight against the Dodgers, swept them earlier this year and last year in a 4-game series. Dropped the opener, then won 3 straight here. It's hard to explain why the team can be so good against one division and then struggle the way they have against their own. When you look at the teams in the Central, with the Cubs and Cardinals and Pirates, you get 3 of the top 4 records in the entire game. Ground ball to third, backhanded by Ramirez. 2 out.
Yeah, the Central definitely is a top division, and even the bottom teams, maybe they wouldn't have such poor records if they were playing in either the East or the West.
Get on board with Pirates baseball for 2016. Pirates accepting deposits for full and partial season ticket memberships. Get access to exclusive events, the best locations and savings, and customizable memberships. Plus, 2016 full and half season deposits receive 2015 postseason access. Pirates.com/membership for more. Adrian Gonzalez grounds it to Neil Walker. And that is a quick bottom of the 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3. Go the Dodgers. Let's go to the top of the 4th. We come back to LA. Baseball, cannonballs are usually flying out of PNC Park, but recently they've been hurling toward the infield thanks to Pirates outfielders. Plus, we take you inside the Bucs dugout for a team dance party. That and more on Inside Pirates Baseball, presented by Allegheny Health Network, tomorrow after postgame on Root Sports. Yeah, Steve said yesterday he taught Josh that one.
Steve's really an awesome dancer. A lot of people don't know that. One of Steve's strengths.
He cuts a mean rug.
He really can dance.
Pirates hoping to dance their way to a couple of runs now, down 2-0 as we start the 4th. Ramos Ramirez will lead off against Zach Greinke. Ramirez walked his first time up in the 1st inning. Fouls this one back for strike 1. .249 for Ramos. 16 homers and 70 runs knocked in. Stats compiled between Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. Down and in for strike 2. You've been to this ballpark many times, Bob. You pitched here. You used to come here as a kid. What are some things you like about this place?
Well, I mean, it has a lot of different memories, for me, obviously, and it has changed a lot too over the years. They've done little things here and there to get the fans a little closer to the action. You can see how they've kind of pushed the seats a little further. I remember at one time you'd be out there on the mound and it looked like it was like 15 miles to the backstop. But they've been able to do a few little changes, but essentially when you look at the shots like you're looking at right now, it's still the same old beautiful ballpark. But the first couple times I came in here, the thing that I was most amazed by was how nice the grass is. It's incredible. Now they have beautiful, gorgeous turf in every stadium in the major leagues, but you didn't have to go back too far if you really wanted, nice field, nice grass. There's only two places that had it here in San Diego. And it just, you'd be out there in that outfield shagging for the first time, and it's just like you're on this beautiful natural green carpet that didn't have a flaw anywhere. They had water here then.
Yeah, they've got restrictions here now.
I mean, that's kind of an odd thing to be one of your first memories, but it is. That's the honest truth. It was just the gorgeous quality of their turf is just added, something else to the allure of this place and why it was so great. The playing surface is unmatched. But like I said, now almost all the ballparks are absolutely perfect.
Ramirez to right field, and Chris Heisey gathers it in for the out. One out for the Pirates in the fourth. We want to see your strongest fan photo. Use the hashtag #PittDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. It's brought to you by T-Mobile. Show you one later on tonight. Appreciate you staying up late with us from Los Angeles. Neil Walker swings and hits one well to center field. This ball's got a chance. This ball's gone. A home run for the Pittsburgh Kid. And the Pirates are on the board. It is 2-1.
Neil Walker doesn't know it's nighttime here, does he?
He crushed that ball.
Man. And this place is notorious for not giving up anything cheap at night. You've got to really hit it. So when you go to dead center and clear it with no problem, you've done something. And that's Zach Greinke you just took way, way deep to center field. That'll get everybody fired up.
That's Neil's 5th home run on the first pitch this season. And of the 5 hits that he has against Zach Greinke in his career, 3 of the 5 are home runs.
Greinke just kind of challenged him on that first pitch. Just trying to get ahead with a fastball, and so many times that first pitch is going to be the best pitch you see. And if it's right down the middle, go ahead and take a whack, and you never know, this might happen. Look how small that ball got in a hurry.
It makes him happy. So the lead cut to 1. Pedro foul tips it into the glove of Ellis. Allegheny Health Network Supermo slowing down the swing. .419 feet, the estimated distance of the home run by Walker. And for Greinke, just the 13th homer he's given up all season in 30 starts. 13 home runs. That's very, very good. So Walker hit number 13 against him. And now Alvarez with a full count. Pedro's road numbers this year, not bad. 261 overall, but in his last 24 road games, hitting .304. 0 for 1 tonight. He lined out to Heisey in right field. And a bouncer to Chase Utley. And there are 2 men out.
Utley playing that ball just a little bit on the outfield grass. You have to really be confident in the quality of your playing surface to field the ball there. You have that lip right in front of you. In the old days, on a lot of the old fields, places like Fulton County and Atlanta, I mean, you wouldn't dare play behind that lip. You might get one in the lip.
Lip was probably a little higher too.
You'd see some fields that you could tell where the outfielders are standing. There'd be bare spots out there. Have a big postseason game, they'd be out there with green paint. But not anymore. The Major League playing surface is finest there is, just about anywhere you go. PNC Park, we've really been spoiled there. That place is always gorgeous.
Two balls and a strike to Jordy Mercer. And for a guy like Mercer, he certainly appreciates the condition of the infields.
Yeah.
Good hops off the grass. 2-1. Now it's 2-2.
And then if you talk like the spring training field, sometimes that was always sometimes an adventure.
Well, the condition of the fields, all in all, throughout baseball has improved drastically. 2-2, ground ball toward the middle. Seager's got it, and he throws on to first to get it. Pirates get a run on the home run by Neil Walker as he puts one out of the yard here at Dodger Stadium on a Friday Night Rocks in Los Angeles. Home run number 14 for the Pittsburgh Kid.
By the Chevy. Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by the Chevy Cruze and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks!
Neil Walker's 14th home run of the year makes it a 2-1 ball game as we go to the home half of the fourth inning at Dodger Stadium. Jeff Locke pitching to the Dodgers catcher A.J. Ellis. Delivers up high for ball one. Walked Ellis in the first inning. This one down the left field side, but foul. Scramble for that loose ball. .232 the average for Ellis with 6 home runs. 16 runs batted in. 2-1. Yasiel Puig. Dodgers will be getting his services back. And a strike to Ellis. Don Mattingly has done a pretty good job here. Again, the Dodgers have tried to do whatever they can to make it easier on Don. A $300 million payroll.
Well, I guess it's trying to make it easier on him, but think of the pressure to win that he gets put under because of that. It's just nothing else can please anybody. They have to win every year when they're spending that kind of money.
And Ellis, base hit to left.
It's kind of like the old Steinbrenner years. They would keep
Number 5, Corey Seager.
swapping out Yogi Berra and Billy Martin every year. Billy's back, Yogi's back, Billy's back, Yogi's back.
I think George fired Billy at the introductory press conference once. But yeah,
and Mattingly had a nice look at a lot of Steinbrenner ways.
Should have prepared him. Unfortunately for Don, he was with the Yankees at a time when they were down. Oh my! Seager hammers this one, and it's a home run for Corey Seager. The youngster hits his second major league home run. It's now a 4-1 Dodger lead. He just jumped on that pitch from Jeff.
It's looking like they have a keeper at shortstop for the future. He has come up here very highly touted, one of the top prospects in all of baseball. And he is not disappointing anybody here in the month of September. You know, they think there's somebody. You walk into the building and they hand you a single-digit number like number 5.
Not too many first-year players get numbers like that. Maybe your number begins with 5.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Chris Heiser with a 3-0 count.
Well, that's about as far as you can let it go. I mean, really, you would have liked to kept it at 2 or 3 runs, but 4 is the max to, gets Greinke. You got to think that's it. Now it's going to have to be zeros the rest of the way for Locke and whoever comes in later on in the game for that the bullpen. Got to be perfect now. No room to give up any more runs.
Looks like Ray's heading out for a visit. Retired Dodger numbers out in the left field corner.
There's still a few single-digit ones that are left. 3 of them are gone.
Number 2 is in the building tonight. Tommy Lasorda. Number 42.
Been retired
by the Dodgers.
Long time here.
Jackie Robinson. Just a great history of baseball in the Dodger organization. Reyes delivered a message to Jeff Locke. There is nobody out and a runner aboard. 2 runs in on the 2-run shot by Corey Seager. Jock Peterson takes a strike. Center fielder had a base hit and scored a run in the second inning. 0-1. And the throw to first, getting back easily is Heisey. Bottom of the 4th inning. Game 1 of 3 at Dodger Stadium. Time for a swinging strike, and it's 0-2.
He was trying to hit one way up there where Seager did. Big swing.
.394-foot home run to right field. Corey Seager, second big league home run. A 4-1 ball game in the 4th. Chris Stewart said he liked that pitch right where it was. 0-2, trying to bury that pitch a little bit, get chase.
Throw to first. Pick him off. Go ahead. Run. Run.
They got him. They got him. Pedro's going to run down Heisey. And now Stewart involved in the rundown. And Mercer's going to end it. Or Walker, rather. Walker with a tag out of Heisey. So a good call by the Pirates to have the throw over to first. They caught Heisey with a head start. This is why Bob knew.
Oh, I did. It was just, I had a feeling. I didn't see that. Did you guys show that? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they showed it.
You guys are always giving away my secrets.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the great Karnak, Bob Watt. I mean, who would doubt you, Bob? Popped up by the Dodger dugout. Into the dugout. So you know all the tricks, and you've been trying to fool people.
Well, nobody can see this, but right here where my hand is the magic screen. I'm looking at it right now. This tells me everything. Everything I want to know is right there.
Not like this screen?
Yep.
But like that screen?
Right, that one there.
Okay.
This is where the magic happens, right here. Nobody can see it though.
All right, what do we got now? 2-2 pitch. Rip foul. Into the Pirate dugout.
Well, here's the thing. I can tell you what's supposed to happen, but sometimes it doesn't all work out like that. That time, I knew the pickoff throw was going. I was hoping they were running. It all worked out. We got an out. Change up. And a beauty. Look at that. Well, man, if the hitters knew that, we'd be in trouble, wouldn't they? If they had a screen like mine,
they would be.
21.
So Rob King knows. He's back in the Root Sports studios. He's got a game break. And Zach Greinke hits one on the ground to right field.
Neil must have. Did he lose that?
I don't think he saw it because he never made a move toward it. Then put his arms up like missed it.
Justin Luciano.
He did not see the ball. Watch him. Boy, actually went the wrong way.
That's a ball he normally gets to rather routinely.
Ball he normally sees.
Somebody might be saying, well, hey, we saw him with glasses on the field recently. That's not for vision. That's to keep the dust out on windy days. Greinke with his 14th base hit of the year. Now back to Justin Ruggiano. 2 outs and a man aboard. Ruggiano's had himself a night already. Ruggiano a little unnerved. Nobody might be with a pitch up in him like that. Dodgers have had decent luck against left-handed pitchers this year. They are hitting .282 against lefties. That's the highest average in the National League. The Marlins, the next best team against left-handed pitchers, hitting .278. Mark McGuire, a very good hitter. He's hit lefties and righties far. Hitting coach for the Dodgers. Jared Hughes warming up. Southern California native. Popped up. And Walker's going to have a long run. So will Polanco. Alvarez out there. Polanco manages to make the catch. Long run for Gregory, makes the out. 2 runs come in on the home run by Corey Seager. It's 4-1 after 4.
Had their chance to rock with the Pirates manager. That's because Clint Hurdle has donated his entire personal CD collection, and it's up for auction. You see the website right there. Head to biddingowl.com right now and place a bid. The auction ends at noon Eastern Time tomorrow. Proceeds benefit the Prader-Willi Syndrome Association at 91.3 WYEP-FM, a nonprofit public radio station. Now, the collection is wide-ranging, from folk country and rock and roll to blues. It's divided into 4 lots, and over 2,300 albums comprises the whole collection. Now, lots are sold as a whole, and they cannot be divided. And in case you're wondering, yes, Clint has converted all of his music to digital form, so he still has all of it. But head to Bidding Owl, BIDDINGOLLOWL, right now. We've only got till noon tomorrow to submit your bid. Tim and Bob, that includes you too as well, okay?
Okay. Well, thanks, Robbie. And I guarantee you, it's an unbelievable collection. He's got hundreds and hundreds of CDs. He's got a wide-ranging taste in music. Often talks about it. Chris Stewart pops the first pitch up. Shallow left center. Seager, the shortstop, out calling for it. 1 pitch and 1 away in the Pirates' half of the 5th. This was one of the things the Pirates got involved in the other day against John Lester with the Cubs. A lot of 1-pitch outs
Number 49, Jeff Law.
But again, it's a catch-22. Sometimes if you see a pitch you like and you just miss it, it turns into an out, but you might not get a better pitch during the at-bat. You don't know. So sometimes guys will go after that first pitch and leading off an inning. If that happens, the next guy up better not go after the first pitch.
Yeah, you got to, a lot of that depends too on the score. I always thought, you get behind, you're down 3 or 4 runs. You do have to be very selective and try to take a few pitches, make them work. Now, sometimes if it's a 1-run ball game, you can tie it up with one swing, and maybe you got to take a shot at that first pitch.
Well, Locke grounds out to Utley, and there are 2 gone for the Pirates in the 5th inning. Next Saturday, September 26th, the Pirates will host their first ever play ball event. Youth between ages 5 and 12 are invited to participate in baseball and softball activities on the field at PNC Park. This event is free, but registration is required and space is limited. For more information or to sign up your child, go to pirates.com/playball. Well, what an experience that'd be for any youngster. Even a Dodger fan would like it. Polanco takes strike 1. Gregory's 0 for 2. He's popped up twice, once to short, once to center. That's outside.
Yeah, his pitch count is a little higher than I thought it would be. 72 pitches in 4 2/3 innings.
I think in this situation, you'd want to hope that the Pirates batters can make him work and get that pitch count way up there.
Yeah,
get into the bullpen.
Yeah, no matter who they bring in, is going to have a better shot. Definitely would like to do that, especially if you're kind of paying attention and you look up on the scoreboard and you see, like right now, he's got 73. You start thinking, well, if we can get him out of here, perhaps we'll have a better opportunity to maybe tie this game up against somebody else.
1-2 pitch. And Polanco strikes out. A.J. Ellis will have to throw down. And that is the very first strikeout of the night for Zach Greinke. Just walked by Scott Boras. He's got the black jacket on. He's been here all afternoon during batting practice and making himself visible today. Take a look at our day automotive this day in Pirates history. This date 1971. The Pirates beat the Mets 4-0 to clinch at least a share of the National League East title. Steve Blass threw a complete game 2 hitter for the win. It was also his 3rd complete game consecutively. Richie Ziz hit his first career home run, a 2-run shot. Dave Cash drove in the Bucks' other 2 runs. Strike is called to Chase Utley. Utley hit by a pitch in the first inning and then popped up to Mercer and bounces one here to Walker. 1 out for the Dodgers in the 5th. Neal didn't have any problem picking it up that time.
Nope, saw that one all the way.
Fortunately, that hit by Greinke where Walker took a step the wrong way didn't amount to anything. It was the 6th hit off of Jeff Locke tonight. '73rd pitch for Jeff, and Turner check swing. Appeal down to Paul Emmel. He is the crew chief, by the way. He'll be behind the plate tomorrow night. On the air an hour earlier tomorrow night from the West Coast.
Turner make a good real pirate, wouldn't he?
I think so.
The flaming red beard.
Redbeard, the pirate.
And he's got the excellent name, Turner. It's a pirate name.
Put an eye patch on him. Wow, drills one up the middle. That one was solidly struck. That's a base hit.
First baseman, Gonzalez.
Chuck and duck for Jeff Locke.
Who was that with the Brewers that got hit in the head with the line drive? Was that
Jimmy Nelson?
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Boy, that was a
Scary.
vicious blow to the side of his head.
Adrian Gonzalez 0 for 2. Strike 1. Gonzalez grounded out to Pedro at first base, and then second time up in the 3rd inning. And grounded out to Neil Walker. Turner at first base. 1 man out. 4-1 Dodger lead, and the throw to first. Turner back. Pitch to Gonzalez. To left field. Marte will make the catch. And back to first goes Turner. 2 men out for the Dodgers.
Catcher, A.J. Ellis.
Non-stop action, heart-pounding excitement, historic performances. Don't miss the 2015 postseason beginning October 6th. Go to MLB.com/postseason for a full schedule. A.J. Ellis batting with 2 down and a runner at first. Ellis had a base hit in the 4th. Takes a strike. And the way the schedule goes, Bob, with the postseason, regular season ends on October 4th on a Sunday. If you win the division, you don't play until Friday. And now you get out of your regular routine. Playoffs are that. The games are at different times.
Why the World Series is in November.
It is. This series will finish November 4th, right? Somewhere around there. It could finish that late. Nothing in 2 is the count in the pitch. In 2007, the run that Clint Hurdle's Rockies were on, they swept through the National League playoffs, and then they had to wait for Boston. They waited almost a week. I believe it was a full week between games, and that cooled them off. Well, throw to first, throw down to second base, and Turner is out. Second man that Locke has caught stealing.
You definitely have figured out what they're running.
Game tonight. UCLA Bruin watching perhaps this UCLA Bruin a little later this weekend. Time now for our Down to Strong fan photo of the game, brought to you by T-Mobile. And tonight, these fans came from Houston. These are Pirate fans that came from Houston to Los Angeles to see the Bucks. That's pretty strong to drive that distance. Come out and see the Pirates play. So there's our put down a strong fan. Tommy Lasorda contemplating what might happen here in the 6th. Tommy was on the field before the game with Frank Sinatra Jr. It's Frank Sinatra night here at the ballpark. Marte drops down the bunt, but right back at Greinke. And that just gave him an out right there. Not where Marte wanted to put that bunt at all.
Now you always, with his speed, if you get it even close to that line, just, you know, not perfect, but within maybe 10 feet of it, you always got a great shot at getting that base hit. But not back to the pitcher, especially somebody as athletic as Greinke. He's not going to mess it up very often.
Andrew McCutchen is 1 for 2. Had a double down the third baseline in the first inning. Pitch up high. Let's make Dean Martin night for Francisco Cervelli. That's Amore.
Maybe we could have that at PNC Park. Dean Martin night.
Steubenville's home.
I like that. Yeah, good idea, don't you? Yeah, I like that.
Greinke's pitch to McCutchen.
Play some of those Dean Martin roasts on the scoreboard in between innings.
Those were great old shows,
yeah.
Aren't they? They're funny. But the reason that Tommy Lasorda was on the field with Frank Sinatra, opening day 1977, Frank Sinatra sang the national anthem here at Dodger Stadium, and he did it to fulfill a promise to Lasorda. Strike to McCutchen. Lasorda was the third base coach of the Dodgers before taking over for Walter Alston. Struck up a friendship with Sinatra, and Sinatra told him, if you ever become manager of this team, I'll come sing the national anthem. Lasorda was named the manager, and then opening day 1977, Blue Eyes was here to sing. He fulfilled his promise.
Really a great thing for the Dodgers too. I mean, they really blossomed after he became the manager. Had that great infield back then that played together for so long. Say, and over there, the Penguin over there at third.
Kitchen strikes out on a borderline pitch.
Davey Lurks at second. Bill Russell up the middle. Garvey over at first. Not sure what pitch that was. Called it a two-seam fastball, I guess. It didn't have the usual Greinke velocity on it. It was just 90 mile an hour. Big, slow curveball for strike one here.
Well, Greinke, who normally strikes out a lot of guys, has only struck out two, but it's been two of the last three.
Well, that curveball is the only pitch of his four pitches that gets hit at all. I think the opposition hits his curveball at about a 300 clip. Everything else is below 200. The fastball, the slider, changeup, all 1 something. That's pretty darn effective. And he doesn't throw many curveballs, by the way.
0-2 to Ramirez. Right center field. Jock Peterson calling for it. And the Pirates go down in order in the 6th. 4-1 Dodgers after 5.5.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, Health for All. By Kenny Ross, Just Ask a Neighbor. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier of the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Dodgers 4, Pirates 1, bottom of the 6th. Los Angeles will have A.J. Ellis, the catcher, leading off. He was left at the altar when Justin Turner was caught stealing by Jeff Locke. Game 1 of a 3-game series here this weekend. Zach Greinke holding the Pirates down. The only run scored on a solo home run by Neil Walker. No balls and a strike to A.J. Ellis. 2. Change up here, Bob.
Beautiful pitch. You get those guys to swing at that, and it makes them look so uncomfortable out there as they try to make some kind of contact with it. They're trying to slow down the bat.
Catch the knees there.
It's one of the great pitches for young pitchers to make sure they master right away. They have to have a change up that you can really control. You can throw for a strike and behind an account.
He strikes out Ellis to start the 6th.
Well placed fastball there and on the outside corner.
3rd strikeout for Jeff Locke.
Well, what that the changeup does for you is when you're in those fastball counts, which are traditionally like a 2-0 or a 3-1 count, or at the minor league level, and a lot of times at say a high school level, you have guys that really just sit on the fastball because they're pretty sure they're going to get one. You don't want to walk anybody. Everybody has best control pitches being a fastball, so that's what you look for in those counts, and you're usually going to hit it pretty well because it's straight and you're looking for it. But if you can pull the string, you can throw a changeup in those situations. It can be very, very effective for you. Get you out of a lot of trouble. Pitch backwards a little bit. And get a changeup grip that you're really comfortable with. Stick with it, and just when you're playing catch with it, just play catch all changeups. You can really master the control of that pitch.
Walker throws him out. Now Pedro did a nice job on that play because his instinct at the beginning of the year was to keep going after a ball hit like that, but he took one step, stopped, and went right to first base.
Yeah, that has been a little bit of a problem at times this year. That Pedro learning the position, not real sure about balls hit to his right.
He's got the right side to himself.
Playing third base his whole career up until now. It's just you get whatever you can get over there at third. But that's not the case at first. You have to know where the second baseman is at, and you have to let him have the balls that are hit to him so you can go to the bag.
Two balls, no strikes to Chris Heisey. He walked in the 4th. Pops this one foul out of play. It's 2-1. Two and two out of Heisey. Snuck a fastball by him. And the 2-2 delivery now. Struck him out. With a change. And Heisey whiffs. 3 up, 3 down for Locke in the 6th.
is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Staying up late here with us in Los Angeles tonight, top of the 7th, the UPMC scoreboard, 4-1 Dodgers. And this is about the time of night where they bring those into the press box, Bob, the Dodger dogs. And haven't made their way to the booth yet. Here's Walker swinging, popping it up. High fly ball to left. Waiting for it, Ruggiano. Walker thought he had a good one to hammer on the first pitch, just missed it. Keep up with the pennant races and true HD quality on MLB.TV Premium. Watch every out-of-market game live on more than 400 supported devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and more. Visit MLB.TV today, tonight, this morning, wherever you are. Pedro's 0 for 2. Pirates wore that look on Clemente Day 2 days ago.
A couple of innings ago, we were talking about getting his pitch count up. Greinke's pitch count up. He put a stop to that. I remember he was at 74 pitches. Now he's only at 87.
Well, he's had back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings.
Yeah, he's gotten a very he got a lot of outs on very few pitches. There's a 3-pitch strikeout.
Well,
only 4 pitches this inning.
Since the Walker home run in the 4th inning, he's retired 10 straight.
Shortstop Jordy Mercer.
He hadn't struck anybody out until the 5th. Now he's got 3 strikeouts. Pirates with just 3 hits against them. The opponent batting average coming in 190. Greinke especially tough here at Dodger Stadium. He's 8-1 at home. 15 starts prior to this one tonight. Starting pitcher for the All-Star game in the National League. Mercer hits one up in the air to right center. And Jock Peterson will make the catch. A 6-pitch inning for Zach Greinke. on the air on Root Sports at 8:30. Battle of Lefties. Francisco Liriano at 10-7. Clayton Kershaw is 14-6. And then Sunday afternoon on at 3:30 for Pirates pregame. Garrett Cole at 16-8 will take on Mike Bolsinger, who is 6-3. Probables for the next 2 games here in Los Angeles. We've gone through the 7th inning stretch here at Dodger Stadium. 4-1. Dodgers with the lead. Zach Greinke is due up second this inning, and Don Mattingly, no reason not to send him back out. Jock Peterson will lead off, facing Jeff Locke. Now Locke retired the side in order in the 6th, striking out 2. His spot is due up second in the top of the 8th, so it's probably going to be it for Jeff. This ball is caught by Polanco, and Peterson is out. Peterson now 1 for 3 tonight. There's 1 out in the Dodger half of the 7th.
Now batting, pitcher Zach Greinke.
The Dodgers with a single run in the 1st inning. And an error was involved when the Dodgers attempted a double steal. Chris Stewart threw high to 3rd and into left field. It's an issue that's been plaguing the Pirates recently, controlling the running game. Dodgers took advantage early. Ended up with a run out of it. There's a deep ball to center field. That's over the head of McCutchen. Heading to second base is Greinke, and he is in with a double. Greinke is 2 for 3.
There's nothing more to say about the guy that we haven't already said tonight. He's an outstanding pitcher. He's a great athlete, good hitter. Fields his position extremely well. And again, just rips the ball, almost a line drive to center field. I think he thought the double was going to be a little easier to get. Wasn't really moving very fast going around first base. A good strong throw in from the outfield made it a little closer at second than he thought.
234 is his average, so still 3rd in terms of batting average among National League pitchers.
Top 4 all West Coast guys.
So the man reaches, and Locke is done. So Zach Greinke chases his counterpart. Archimedes Caminero will come in. Scott Bonnet, otherwise known as Bones, Pirates equipment manager, holding Chris Stewart's glove. Last inning he broke it. Looks like he's got it repaired. If Stu wants to go with his other one, he can, but he's got his backup on. Catching Archimedes Caminero, Jeff Locke chased by a Zach Greinke double.
Number 16, Andre.
15th hit of the year for Greinke, a guy who didn't pitch through high school. He was a hitter, shortstop and a hitter, and was the National Gatorade Player of the Year out of Popka, Florida. He took up pitching after that once the Royals drafted him.
A hard-throwing right-hander has had a good first year with the Pirates. He's seen an awful lot of work. They've really leaned on the young man. 66 games prior to tonight, and he's struck out 72 hitters in those 66 games. And power fastball of his.
Facing Andre Ethier, who's come up to hit for Ruggiano. Ruggiano down 2 for 3, and he's on the bench. And Andre Ethier, a .294 batter. Seems to be less and less room for Ethier in the outfield here. He's a regular starter in right field for a long time. He's played center, he's played left. Comes off the bench also. 99 miles an hour.
Plenty of players in LA.
They got a big roster.
Yeah, if there's something they need, go get it. Say their payroll was $300 million.
300. It's a lot. Doesn't always mean you're going to win, though. I mean, they're winning their division, but obviously, like every other team, they want the ultimate prize, the World Series title. But it doesn't always buy you the title. These guys, when they're on the field, the last thing they think about is payroll. Stopped by Stu. Ball 4 to Ethier. Caminero puts Ethier on.
Second baseman, number 26.
First and second, one out. Well, the Dodgers have been very, very tough late in the season, since the beginning of, or I should say since September of last year. Their record in September and October, 28-12. They've got the best winning percentage over the last 2 seasons through the month of September and October in the majors. Regular season, of course. They have not won the World Series. Chase Utley hoping to get back there. He won one with the Phillies in 2008. They get to a point, Bob, to some guys, perhaps some guys you knew playing, they get along in their career and they just want to go to a place where they think they have one more chance to win.
Oh, I'm sure there's guys that are like that.
Ground ball to Alvarez. Throws to second for one. That's the one they'll get. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Greinke down to third base, and Utley will reach on the fielder's choice.
Everybody wants to win. So that's a big deal to everyone. Well, that's a nice throw by Pedro. A little quick. Had something on that one, right on the money, right over the bag. Pedro has such arm strength that just at times you can tell he's reluctant to throw the ball.
Jeff Locke, AJ Burnett, that's a common sight when Jeff comes out of a ball game. So
well, AJ's one of those guys who wants to win before it's all said and done.
Justin Turner fouls this one back for strike one. Turner caught stealing. in the 5th inning after he had a 1-out base hit. Miles an hour for Caminero, triple digits. He's always known he can throw hard, but it took him a long time to learn how to pitch. A big difference between throwing and pitching. Secondary pitches have been very good for him this year. To work off that triple-digit fastball.
Give folks an idea of how the ball slows down at the plate. I looked up the pitch effects on that 100-mile-an-hour fastball. By the time I get to the plate, it was going 92. Loses 8 miles an hour on the flight home. That's a lot.
Yeah, the speed basically measured coming out of their hand.
Yeah, the speed that you see nowadays, not always, but nowadays, it's the speed out of the hand. And that's the absolute fastest it's ever going to go, obviously, because as soon as you let go of it, it starts to slow down. 100 becomes 92 at the plate.
2 outs, 3 balls, 1 strike to Turner. Fouls it off. Now you had to chart pitches when you're in the minor leagues, right? Did you have to use the
chart
radar
them in the
gun?
big leagues.
Oh, you
used
did?
to have to
Well,
chart
way
the
back
big
when.
leagues. Well, that's not that far back now. Come on.
I mean, that's not yesterday.
Early 90s.
Okay. Pitchers haven't had to chart
for a long time.
For a long time now. But when you were in the minor leagues, did you give the radar gun to use?
Oh,
too?
no.
You didn't have to do that?
Not. No, nobody really cared about the velocities back then. It wasn't that big of a deal. They varied so much because the radar guns, they would all pick up the velocity somewhere on its trip in the middle part. You know, and some guns maybe a little sooner. Some guns got the ball barely before it got to the plate. So there was always that, you know, there was nothing. You were sometimes comparing apples to oranges between the different guns as far as velocities go.
Utley had taken on for this pitch.
And that's why you used to see, like, you look at the scouts behind the plate, there would be, like, say, 6 or 7 guys back there with radar guns. They all wanted to have their own gun because everybody's gun was a little different in where they picked up the flight of the ball, so the velocities were different. So they wanted their velocities to be the same no matter where they were at, what stadium. And that's one of the reasons, too, you see the velocities are so high nowadays. You know, 100 now, if you turn the clock back 25 years ago, was probably on a radar gun, you know, maybe 96.
Ray Search will pay Archimedes a visit. He's walked 2 out of the bullpen, and now the bases are full of Dodgers. With 2 men out. And a pretty dangerous cat coming to the plate, and Adrian Gonzalez. Up for the Pirates just yet, but it looks like Jared Hughes is going to get up again and start throwing.
And nowadays there is no radar, just for folks that haven't heard. They do everything with cameras now, and that's why they know exactly what it is when it leaves the hand, and they know exactly what it is when it gets to home plate. They know what it is when it flies off the bat nowadays. We know somebody hits a home run. You know how fast the ball was going when it left the bat.
Second time Hughes has been up. Right now you got a fastball pitcher in Caminero and a fastball hitter in Gonzalez, hitting .312 against the fastball this year. Bases loaded, 2 men out. Caminero's pitch. Roped into right center. This is doing some damage. Greinke scores. Utley right behind him. Turner will be held. And into second with a 2-out, 2-run double is Adrian Gonzalez.
Turn that fastball right around.
RBIs, 85 and 86 for Gonzalez.
Catcher number 17, AT Ellis.
One of these runs charged to Locke, so that closes the book on Jeff. 5 runs, 4 earned for Locke. 32 doubles now for Gonzalez. 1 for 4 on the night. Second and third, 2 down. The catcher AT Ellis takes ball 1. Locke is on the hook. 6 and a third for Jeff tonight. 8 hits, 4 strikeouts. Chris Stewart gives the ball back to Caminero, taking his time after ball 2 was delivered to Ellis. Two and 1. For the Dodgers in the bullpen. Catcher is up.
They're going to probably take care of Greinke and let him rest. The only thing that happened, they have a big lead in their division. It's just pretty much over in the West. They know they're going to win. And now a big lead tonight. They might not even let him go back out there for the 8th. Be my guess.
.101 miles an hour.
Well, they need Greinke to Kershaw. They need those guys to be ready for those first couple of playoff games.
The Pirates will deal with Kershaw tomorrow.
Couple of the league's best.
That's off the foot of Caminero. Mercer throws, and they got him. Oh, a strong throw by Jordy Mercer saves another run. But the Dodgers strike for a couple. It's now 6-1 Los Angeles.
Things are alright when Bucks take it down the opposing side. BGLB at the PNC. Wild country go full frenzy. Rapper up and down that dummy side. Back into the nines with a sweet line drive. Jumping through your feet on the fireworks side. All my friends can't wait for Friday night.
Friday Night Rocks on Root Sports. Pirates bats haven't rocked enough against Zach Greinke, who will come out and pitch the 8th inning. Chris Heisey has moved from right field to left field, and Andre Ethier stays in the game to play right.
Into the game in right field, number 16, Andre Ethier.
Greinke will start the 8th. He's been on a roll since he gave up the home run to Walker. Nobody's reached.
They have action in the bullpen before he's even thrown a pitch. They're going to watch his pitch count very carefully.
The Pirates haven't had a base runner since the 4th. And that changes right there. A solid single by Stewart. So Greinke gives up a base hit to Stu, and now one on with nobody out. Second hit for Stewart. He's 2 for 3.
Pitch hitting for the Pirates, number 31, Michael Morse.
Well, Michael Morse, who was a Dodger for 2 days, but never showed up out here after the Marlins dealt he and Matt Latos to Los Angeles. The Dodgers then spun Morse off to the Pirates for Jose Tabata. Latos has been designated for assignment, no longer a Dodger. Michael Morse will take a ball. Done a real nice job as a pinch hitter. Morse with a grand slam this week. He's 9 for 27 in a pinch hitting role. 1 ball, 1 strike to Morse. Bobby LaFramboise getting loose. Morse ready for the 1-1 from Greinke. Greinke hadn't pitched out of the stretch since the 2nd inning when Stewart had a base hit. He's been pitching out of the windup since then. And now after Stewart gets his 2nd hit, goes back to the stretch for just the 3rd time in the game. Chris Hatcher, Luis Avilan.
That last pitch, Morrison would love to have back. That was a slider that I'm sure Greinke did not want to throw where he did.
Fastball missed up high, 3-2. Next pitch will be the 97th for Zach Greinke. Gregory Polanco on deck. He's 0 for 3, looking for hit number 1 tonight. And ball 4. 2 on, nobody out.
And they let Greinke go back out there after they got the 6-1 lead. I wonder if they're having second thoughts.
Don Mattingly coming up the steps, and he's coming to get his start. And with Polanco coming up, probably Avalon coming out, the lefty.
Greinke is certainly not in sync with his control like he was early in this game. His last 3 pitches are nowhere close to where he wanted them. Even the strike was just belled high right down the middle that he's with.
Well, Greinke leads to a standing ovation here at Dodger Stadium. Got a 5-run lead. The bats went to work for him, and he is in line for his 18th victory, unless the Pirates can find a way to come back against the Dodger bullpen. Mattingly makes the change. Avalon coming on to face Polanco. right, thank you very much, Rob. Magic number, as Robin mentioned, 7. So regardless of the outcome here, if the Giants do lose tonight, that would trim a game. And Luis Avilan takes over for Zach Greinke. Avilan's been used a bunch. 69th appearance of the season for the left-hander. Former Atlanta Brave. Dodgers went out and got him from Atlanta. 2 on, nobody out for Polanco. Takes a strike. Avilan has tossed scoreless relief in 10 of his last 13 games. Zach Greinke, 7 plus 2 hitters. 4 hits. His ERA currently at 160, unless these 2 runs come in. Base runners belong to Greinke. High fly ball foul on the play. And the bullpen, one of the higher ERAs in the National League. So if the Dodgers had shown any weaknesses.
That's why we were talking about the pitch count earlier. You want to get in there as quick as you can, even if it's not with base hits and scoring runs. Still have some long innings, get the long at bats, get the pitch count up, and now you essentially have 6 outs without Greinke in there, which is a big plus. Get to go against their bullpen.
One and 2 now to Gregory. For Avilan, he has inherited 50 runners this year prior to the 2 he's inherited here, and only 7 of them have scored. Second best mark in the National League, 14% of his inherited runners score. He was part of an 8-player trade with the Braves and Dodgers. Day before the non-waiver trading deadline. Leadoff single for Stewart. Michael Morris, a pinch hit walk. And now Gregory Polanco facing a 2-2 pitch. And he strikes out.
A lot of times you see that lefty come out of the bullpen to pitch to a lefty. You see a whole bunch of breaking balls. He didn't throw one. He just went fastball, 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 everything in. Really, the entire at bat, he never even threw a strike.
So Avilan faced the only man he was going to. Gregory Polanco.
Did his job.
Chris Hatcher coming on next. I'm Tim Neverett. Robbie and Smikowski with us also. Dodgers up 6-1, top of the 8th inning. Chris Hatcher is now on the pitch for Los Angeles. Luis Avalon came in, faced one batter, struck him out. It was Polanco, and now Don Mattingly will match up right on right. Get Hatcher against Marte with McCutchen to follow.
Well, this is the inning. Got to get something done. Got 2 runners on base and just 1 out.
Morse, the runner at first. Stewart is at second base.
Need to have somebody hit a ball out of this ballpark.
Walker did in the 4th, but now with 2 men on, you need one now.
Need one with people on base. It's a must now. Down 5 runs.
Hatcher's first pitch. And Marte hits one up the middle, a base hit. Stewart will come around third and score. That run will be charged to Greinke, and it's 6-2. RBI base hit for Marte.
Maybe it'll be Kutch that hits one out of here. Makes it a 1-run game. A good pitch down and away. Actually kind of rolled over on it, hit the ground ball, but smart hitting. Put it where there was nobody to catch it.
Well, that would be smart.
That's excellent. That's very highly intelligent.
Says that's.
Yeah, see, Stu, he's like, yep, that's what we're talking about.
Outside to Kutch. Morse at second, Marte at first. 1 ball, no strike count to Andrew, who's doubled, grounded out, and struck out. 1 for 3. Hatcher ready to go now. And there's a strike taken. 1 ball and 1 strike. J.P. Howell, the lefty, now loosening up for the Dodgers. That's low and in. 2-1. 97-mile-an-hour fastball for Hatcher. Hatcher came off the DL on the 15th of August. Since then has been scoreless in 12 or 14 games. McCutchen with a man in scoring position. He has excelled in these situations this year. This time it's popped up. Playable and foul ground for A.J. Ellis. McCutchen 1 for 4.
Got that ball in on him just a little bit.
Your baseman, number 17, Aramis Ramirez.
Fastball get just off the plate inside a little. Kutch hoping that ball got back behind the screen, but never made it.
Kutch is out, and Aramis Ramirez coming up. 2 on, 2 out. Ramirez is 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch from Hatcher. Ball 1. .248 is the current average for Aramis. .1-0 pitch. And a ground ball to the right side. Taken by Gonzalez. The toss to Hatcher. And the Pirates will strand 2. They get 1 on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-2. Dodgers. Friday Night Rocks on Root Sports. Now a Saturday morning Rocks. 6-2 Dodgers with a lead. Bottom of the 8th inning. Beautiful palm trees here.
I think Friday night rocking and rolling usually carries on into Saturday. Most places.
Most of the time, yeah. Done so tonight. Bobby LaFramboise, third pitcher for the Pirates. Making just his 6th appearance. And he'll face Corey Seager. Calls it back. Seager hit his 2nd major league home run in the 4th inning. It was a 2-run shot, and that was really the separator at that point in time. It was a 2-1 game. After Walker had made it 2-1 with a solo shot to center in the 4th. Top of the inning. The pitch inside to Seager.
Almost a sore knee. That's what that was. That would have hurt.
Seager to swing and miss. 1-2 the count to the Dodgers shortstop. Bobby pitched yesterday, 2 innings, didn't allow a run against the Cubs. And he strikes out Seager looking with a curveball.
Pretty good job coming in, getting the young left-hander. Really painted on him. You look at the locations, all those pitches. He stayed right out on the edge, top edge, threw that one in at his knee, made him move his feet. Tough at bat.
Slings that one into Chris Heisey. Bob's got an interesting delivery. A little bit different.
The sidearm. Whatever works.
Breaking ball popped up. Pedro racing over toward the dugout. He won't get to it. Ball stayed in play. Pedro just unable to get there. So break for Heisey. 2 balls and a strike. Ball to third base. Ramos Ramirez handles it. Yeah, Heisey's out anyway. 5-3 the put out, 2 gone.
Center fielder, number 31, John Peterson.
Heisey done for now, and LaFramboise will face the center fielder, John Peterson. Flashlights are on.
Batteries going dead for no reason.
Well, they think they're at a concert, maybe. If they were trying to get on television, it worked. Breaking ball. Peterson swings and misses. Well, if they need to call somebody on the way home, and they won't have any battery because they'll be in traffic for a few hours. More than likely, no matter where you live around here. It takes a long time to get anywhere.
I think they're just trying to get something started. I think they want everyone to do it. It's like the first couple people and trying to get a wave going.
Concerned look.
Yeah, not a lot of
fans.
Not a lot of joy this evening. The other side of the coin, the Dodger fans are all playing with their phones.
Almost 50,000 of them here tonight.
I think he's picking up steam. I see more and more coming on. Put your phone down, Tim.
I didn't want to be left out. Two and two to Jock Peterson. Yeah, it's all over the stadium now. And he strikes out. Good inning for Bobby Lonfront.
Outstanding inning. They'll give everyone a little extra pep going into this ninth.
Pirates need a big inning. Liriano takes the mound for the Bucks. Our coverage starts at 8:30 with Pirates pregame presented by W.B. Mason on Root Sports. Left-handers going at it tomorrow night. Francisco Liriano and Clayton Kershaw. Battling Bucks need to battle hard now. They'll face a hard thrower. Kershaw's been observing from the railing tonight. And he's talking with Ron Greinke, who is the third base coach now for the Dodgers. He began the year as the manager of the Brewers. That's strange.
Extremely well-respected baseball man. A lot of the Brewer people, after he was let go, had nothing but great things to say about him. Didn't take him long to land on his feet. Kenley Jansen, 32 saves and 34 shots at it. No save tonight.
Walker takes low for a ball. Yeah, it's got to be odd. I mean, I know players sometimes start with one team, finish with another, maybe even a couple during the season. But for a guy who starts as a manager who's very invested in everything that goes on with one ball club, to be let go and then to be brought on with another club in the middle of the season, having to learn that ball club, it's going to take some doing.
A lot of times there's contract situations that go on. You know, almost, I don't know any manager that gets let go before his after his contract is run out. They all still get paid at least a year. Sometimes even more after they're done. A lot of times that has something to do with where they go and what they do right afterwards.
Walker looks at the 1-1. It's inside. 2-1.
Now with a player, when he's released and signs with somebody else, the new team has to pay the major league minimum salary to him, and then that gets deducted from what his old team is paying him.
Walker goes to the other side, and Seager nearly got him. Terrific play by Corey Seager, but too late. Walker aboard with a base hit. He's 2 for 4. So the leadoff man aboard for the Bucks in the 9th.
Smart hitting.
First baseman number 24, Pedro.
I think he's having fun.
Yes, he is.
Experiencing big league life for the first time, and it looks like he's going to be around a while. Pedro Alvarez facing Kenley Jansen, swing and a miss. Pedro looking for his first hit. Jansen ranks 2nd on the Dodger all-time saves list. Well, it's not a save, as you mentioned, Bob, but 138, and he's 23 shy of the franchise record set by Eric Gagne. Oh, and 2. Smacks it out of play. Jansen 2nd in Dodger history for most strikeouts by a reliever, 525. Jim Brewer, 604, has the most. So in a relatively short period of time, Kenley Jansen has his name all over the Dodger record books for relievers.
I want to see him break some of Mike Marshall's records as Dodger reliever. Those are the impressive ones.
That might take him a while. That would be
those are, you know, there's some records that you think it's fun to talk about being unbreakable. Nobody's touching those for innings pitched, appearances.
Pedro hits it to the right side. Gonzalez will have one play. One out for the Pirates in the 9th. Walker safe at 2nd.
Mike Marshall was the closer also. I think the 1 year I think he threw over 200 innings as a closer. 200 innings.
Was he coming in the 3rd? 3rd, 4th inning?
I mean, it was just, it's amazing. You look at a couple of his seasons here in LA and you just think, wow, it's like a misprint. He
was never hurt, right? He had a rubber arm, didn't he?
I think
he pitched like every night.
Yeah, he did. He pitched every night, basically. I think he might have had some kind of arm problems at some point in his career.
Travis Snyder will bat for Jordy Mercer.
But I don't know. Maybe he didn't.
Travis fouls it back for strike 1. Yeah, your starter goes 5, qualifies for the win, then he comes in, finishes up, gets a save. But 200 innings.
He's a screwball guy. A lot of screwballs.
You figured that would put wear and tear on the elbow, just throwing that pitch.
Yeah. Oh, really.
Breaking ball in for a strike to Snyder. Liriano with some mental notes for tomorrow night. He will oppose Clayton Kershaw in Game 2. Bucks looking to make some noise against the Dodgers out west. Been a little bit of a funk lately, dropping 3 of 4 to the Cubs at home. Really a bad time for that to happen. Cubs winning again today, beating the Cardinals.
And really a nice opportunity that the Pirates should, at least at this point, have not taken advantage of, with those Cardinals losing.
And the Cubs right in the rear view mirror. If the Pirates Drop this one tonight. The Cubs will be just a single game back of the Pirates for that first wild card spot. 1-2. Popped up. Drifting foul. Turner will make the catch. And the Pirates are down to their final out tonight.
Pitching for the Pirates, number 30, Travis Ishikawa.
Pirates will send up Travis Ishikawa to bat for Chris Stewart. Last hope for the Pirates. And some left-handed bats up there off the bench with Snyder first. Now Ishikawa with 2 down in the ninth. Dodgers up 6-2. Jansen's pitch. Ball 1. They've gone to the top of the ninth in San Francisco. The Diamondbacks leading the Giants 2-0. If that finishes that way, then Pirates will still pick up a game on the magic number to clinch a playoff spot. Knock it down to 6. Ishikawa lifts this one in the air to shallow right center, and this will be the ball game as Peterson puts it away. Zach Greinke and the Dodgers hand the Pirates their 4th straight loss.
Well, this was going to be a tough one. We knew that going in with Greinke taking the opposition tonight. Boys, after Walker hit that home run, you kind of thought, well, maybe, it's 2-1, but then Seager hit his, and once they got that little bit of a push and lead for Greinke, you knew that our chances weren't too good, and that's basically the way it went after that.
So back to the drawing board for the Bucks, and they'll look to even this series tomorrow night after a 6-2 loss in the opener against the Dodgers. Let's go back to Pittsburgh. Rob King and Kent Tekulve are there.